Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber here. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Today is a Superstar Baseball Season 23 update, a recap number 9. It's been a while since I only do them every so often now. I'll do a review of the 6 games that were played today. Then I'll take you to the standings and stats. All teams have played 17 games as of this week. And so you'll see what's happening with that. In today's games, in the opener, we saw something that rarely happens in Superstar Baseball. Alex Rodriguez became the 8th player in Superstar Baseball history, that's 23 seasons, to hit 3 home runs in a game. We've never had anybody hit 4 home runs. Alex had a shot at it, but he didn't do it. The last person to hit 3 was Duke Snider in season number 19. This is 23. Okay. His power display helped Noodles Hahn, who pitched a complete game, as the Chicago White Sox beat the rival Boston Red Sox 10-3. Hahn got the win. Robin Roberts. The loss in Boston will be without Ryan Sandberg for 2 games as he left the game early with a injury. Boston's record falls to 9-8, and the White Sox go to 7-10. The second complete game of the day was pitched by Burley Grimes and led the Detroit Tigers to a 3-2 victory over Seattle. Jeff Pfeiffer took the loss. Eddie Matthews for Seattle left the game early, but the injury won't keep him out for their next game. He'll be back. Detroit got word that Gil McDougall's injury is healed and he is waiting assignment, so he'll be available for their next game. Seattle is now 5-12, and Detroit 10-7. Okay. And then in the last AL game of the day, the AL saw its third complete game of the day pitched by Texas's Warren Spahn. Yeah, Warren Spahn, the boy from South Buffalo. Ted Kluszewski and Albert Bell hit home runs in support of Spahn. Texas got a 6-3 win over the first place Baltimore Orioles. Zach Wheat left the game early for Texas, but he'll be back for their next one. White Wilhelm took the loss. Baltimore now 11-6, and Texas 7-10. On to the National League. Not to be outdone, the National League had a complete game pitched in its opener as Hal Newhouser went the distance. He got help from a Chipper Jones home run, and the San Francisco Giants beat Pittsburgh 5-1. Roger Clemens got the loss in his first start of the season. Pittsburgh's now 9-8, and San Francisco climbing up 7-10. Second game, another complete game pitch. The 5th straight game of the day. This time it was by Doc White of the St. Louis Cardinals. Todd Helton and Gary Sheffield helped him with home runs to lead St. Louis to a 9-2 win over the Los Angeles Dodgers. Ernie Banks hit a home run in the losing cause for LA. Ed Rollback was the losing pitcher. Bernie Williams and Big Sam Thompson both left the game early for the Dodgers, but they'll be back for their next game. The injuries were just minor. St. Louis now 11-6. I believe they're the top of the NL right now, and the Dodgers at 5-12. In the final game of the day, yes, another complete game. 23 seasons I've been playing this. I do not ever remember a complete game being pitched in every single game of the day. This will be remembered for a long time. This one time, it was pitched, or the complete game was pitched by Smokey Joe Wood of Atlanta, who struck out 16 batters en route to this victory. Nap Lajoie and David Justice hit home runs in support of him. The result was an 8-2 win over the Milwaukee Brewers. Smokey Joe Williams took the loss. Smokey Joe Wood got the win. Wade Boggs left the game early for the Braves, but he'll be back for their next game. On the other hand, Milwaukee saw Joe Cronin leave early, and he'll be missing the next 2 games. Atlanta is starting to climb a little bit also. They are now 7-10. Milwaukee is 10-7. So we're going to be going to some stats now. Okay, the first thing we're going to take a look at is the Team 23 records as of the end of the day. As you can see, there's two divisions in the AL and two in the NL. The Angels sitting on top of the North Division, 10-7. Boston right behind them. Boston just lost, and the Yankees tied with them. And then Chicago coming up, 7-10. You know, then we got down here. We got Baltimore at 11-6, Detroit at 10-7, and Texas at 7-10, and then Seattle. Now, what happens is the top two teams in each division make the playoffs, and then the third place team with the best record makes the playoffs. For an example, right now these two teams are tied for second place and the wild card. Let's see. And Texas is coming up. They're only 2 games behind them. So are the White Sox, only 2 games behind them. With 13 games left, this whole wild card and second place thing could get swapped around. Baltimore and Detroit seem to try to stay ahead enough to be comfortable. Okay, let's get down here to the National League. We got San Diego up there at 11-6, followed by Pittsburgh at 9-8, and the Phillies at 8-9. And then the Giants at 7-10. St. Louis in the South Division, 11-6. Milwaukee 10-7. Atlanta 7-10, and the Dodgers at 5-12. As you can see right now, if the season ended right now, the Phillies would be the wild card, and they would play Pittsburgh. Well, the team they play, the wild card plays the second place team with the worst record, the least record. So they would play Pittsburgh. If they had like maybe Pittsburgh had 11 and they had 10, they would cross over and play them in the wild card. But Atlanta and the Giants making a little bit of move. These Phillies there, this is going to be a very, some of these teams that were out of the picture could get back into it real quickly. Hopefully the owner for the Dodgers will do something to start getting that team turned around. All right, we're going to go and we're going to start at the American League and look at the some of the stats. We'll do the batting average first. Here they got Joe Mauer still batting at 407. And the owner hasn't played him the last couple of games because they have a requirement to play everybody, and he's getting a couple in. Will Joe Mauer hold on? Personally, I hope not. Okay. But then you got Joe Kelly, and then Pete Browning and Harry Wright. These are 19th century guys. I personally don't ever draft the 19th century guys. Okay. And then we got Ty Cobb. Frank Thomas is up there having a good season. Ken Griffey, I own him. He's having a good year. Al Simmons, I own. He's on my team. Lou Boudreau, Pete Rose, Zach Wheat on my team. And then there's the Yankees down there. So got some interesting stuff going on here. I think these two guys will start falling shortly. Okay. Let's look at the AL RBI list. All right, Mickey still in the lead with 17 RBIs, but Frank Thomas making a run at him now. Don Mattingly at 15. A couple guys there at 14, 13. A-Rod's only got 13, even though he hit those 3 home runs. Okay, and so Mickey wanting to be doing winning some RBI crowns here. I don't know. I remember how he's doing on the home run list, but that's where we're going next. To the AL home runs. Oh, Mickey's leading in home runs too. It's too bad he don't have a good batting average. We could use another Triple Crown winner. It's been a while since Albert Bell won the Triple Crown for us. But Mantle with 7. Johnny Mize. Look at these guys with 6. Mize, A-Rod's got 6 now that he hit those 3. Al Simmons, Eddie Matthews, Frank Thomas all with 6. It's going to be an interesting final 13 games to see who wins the AL home run. Right. All right, let's go back up here to the NL average. Look at that. That's a strange name to be leading the league right now. Mike Piazza, 397. Yes, he is having a really good season. Mike Piazza, probably one of the better hitting catchers in Superstar Baseball, but there are some other good ones. You know, Bill Dickey, Mickey Cochran, you know, could be. And then you got Speaker up there. Gary climbing. He had an off season last year, but he's coming down. Hornsby climbing. Archie Vaughn up there. Ross Barnes. And then Jesse Burkett and Bill Terry. Bill Terry is one of my guys. George Davis is one of my guys. In fact, George Davis and Bill Terry batted 1 and 2 on first and second on one of my teams. So I'm having a good year. Atlanta, these are my guys too. Look at Roger Maris. 311, 5 home runs, 13 RBIs. You know, one of the owners made a comment when I drafted him at the draft as a starter. They said, "Oh, he's a bum. He can't hit." Well, he's doing pretty good for 17 games right now, so that makes me happy. All right, so let's go down to the RBI list for the NL. And we got Piazza passed up. Mark McGwire was leading it for a while, and he's kind of calmed down now. In fact, the owner gave him a day off the other day and had Big Poppy start at first in her game. Then we got Roger Maris trying to come up, Garrett coming up, bench, Larry Walker all with 13, but Mike Piazza with 19. Another strange name to have up there. Hey, Mike Piazza is leading the league in hitting too. Who knows? Maybe we're going to get a triple crown out of Piazza. Let's get on here and check these National League home runs out. Well, lo and behold, Mike Piazza and Harmon Killebrew tied. So Piazza currently is running at the Triple Crown pace, believe it or not. Harmon Killebrew with 7 home runs. And Harmon hasn't played all of the games. He was drafted as a starter, and he fell out of grace a little bit, and he put back in. But now that I own him, and since he's starting to hit the long ball and even in real life, he didn't have a very high batting average, and so I'm going to keep him in and give him a run now. And we got Sosa, Bench, and McGwire with 6, Roger Maris, Walker, and Chipper Jones with 5. Ellis Burke's down there with 4. He's been a pretty good surprise for St. Louis this year. He wasn't drafted as a starter, but he was drafted as a reserve. He made the lineup, and he's been playing real good. It's hard to get him out of there. So that is the recap, number 9 for Superstar Baseball, season 23. I hope you enjoyed this. Go down here and hit that like button. Push it out in the social media channels, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. It's a fun game. There's some other videos going on YouTube about the game and so forth, but I'll be giving you another recap the next time the schedule, the game day ends when all of the teams have completed, for example, like 19 or 20. I'm not going to do it when only half of the teams have played that many games. And so when they're all completed, just like this one, 17, then I'll be back. So until then, SoCal Saber saying, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and stay safe.